This is Nazareth city. What we see is Nazareth, and this is supposed to be part of the city of Nazareth. But if you read on the sign here, Jewish National Fund, Mount Precipice again. Okay, so it's a national park again. All of this belongs to Nazareth city. Now, how was the plan to stop the expansion of Nazareth in 4 directions even? Eastward, you can see the tall buildings there. This is what we call, used to be Upper Nazareth. Upper Nazareth was built, after 1948 as a Jewish Nazareth. They call it Upper Nazareth. And when we drive all our way to Rene, you will find out that this Upper Nazareth, which is called now Nof HaGalil, has been made in a very wide, like a wall, in a very wide way, not deep way, wide way, to make a fence all the way north. So this is how it is from the east, from the south, as you see now. Okay, from the west there, we can see a kind of a tower, and nearby is Bet Gabriel. Bet Gabriel is a kibbutz again. So this is a water tower and communication tower. Belongs to a kibbutz that became a town later on. And southward, that direction will be the Valley of Jezreel, which is plantation area, green area. Nobody is allowed to build on. So this is how they use either neighborhoods, example of a neighborhood, or a kibbutz, which become a town on the hills, or a highway, big highway. Okay, the good thing about this spot that we have an Arabic neighborhood, and there are 2 Arabic towns here. But still, there are projects here were built to stop the expansion. You see that? This town is called Dixal, right? And the other one behind is called Dabburia. Still, they are making farms, trying not to make connection. That is the corridor area. That's the area where Armageddon is. Okay, because if you pass that corridor, you are transferring from the coastal plains area into the wide area. And please, if you continue that direction, you will be in Jordan. If you continue this direction from Dabburia, you will be in Syria. That's the way to Syria, and that's the way to Jordan. And from there will be what we call the Jordan Valley Highway, south to Jericho, all the way into the Rift Valley to Africa. So we are in a spot where most of the military troops and international trade was happening. I mean, they were coming from Gaza, from the desert, okay, or from Saudi Arabia, Yemen, okay, through the Via Maris, crossing the openings, and going either to Jordan or to Syria, and from Syria to Turkey, from Turkey to Europe. Biggest church in terms of size in the Holy Land, which has 2 stories actually, 2 floors, and it is built on the, we call it in Latin, grotta casa, house cave, or a cave made like a house. And there where we believe that the angel Gabriel appeared to the Virgin Mary, told her about conceiving a baby. Angel Domini, so here where the angel of the Lord announced the Virgin Mary. And you can see the four Gospels from left, Matthew, Mark, Lucas, and John. The Franciscan fathers did excavations here, and they found, house caves or living caves. They found water cisterns, grinders, cow cattle or stock, and they found later on a kind of mosaic, as you see on the wall, related to the 5th century church. Okay, and they have a museum over there where they kept all the stuff they found. But the most important they found among those ruins was a stone from the 2nd century on which written Ave Maria, A-V-I Maria. And maybe this was the evidence for them to adapt that this is the house where the Annunciation happened. Nazareth had a story of demography between, Christianity and Islam. Before 1948, let us say 80% of the population of Nazareth were Palestinian Christians. After the Nakba 1948, what happened? Many of the suburbs came of Muslim towns to live in Nazareth away from bombarding, and they were stuck here. And this changed the demography of the city from 80 Christian to 20 Muslims into 60 Muslims or 65 to 35 Christian. So, but it is still Palestinian city, pure Palestinian city, and it is considered as the biggest Arab city in Israel, within the Green Line. Okay? Now what is competing, Nazareth is al-Fahim, Nancy mentioned, but al-Fahim originated by Muslims, by Muslim majority. So even though, the funny thing about Nazareth, there was a mayor called Ramez Jaraisi. He is a Palestinian Christian, and even all the time, let us say since Nakba, the majority are Muslims, but they were still voting for the Christian mayor. Seriously, he took it several times as the mayor of the city, because he was decent guy, nationalist, and before him was Tawfiq Tupi and others. All are Christians, but nationalist Christians, let us say. Tawfiq Zayyad, yes.
Nationalist in the sense of Jewish nationalism?
No,
Israeli?
Palestinian.
Palestinian.
Yeah, they are Palestinians. It was called Upper Nazareth for almost 40 years until a mayor, very extreme right-wing mayor became, and he said, we are not related to Nazareth. They changed the name into Nof HaGalil. Nof HaGalil, the view of Galilee. So even they don't want to be related to Nazareth. He said, why Nazareth? Nazareth related to Jesus and to... We have nothing to do with it. But still, the Palestinians of Nazareth are growing upstairs on Nof HaGalil. At the beginning, they were not allowed to put a kind of Christmas tree in Christmas in the center of the city or in any of the squares. Finally, in the last 5-10 years, they succeeded to make coalition into the municipality council with the, let us say, the left-wing parties or the peacemakers of them, to have members in the council, and this made them to build a school, Arabic school upstairs, to put to light the tree in Christmas. Even the bride, I think that the deputy president or mayor of Upper Nazareth, or what we call now Nofa Galil, is an Arab. I mean, the second man is an Arab, finally. So this is what's going on. I think if this process continues, there will be the minority upstairs. Seriously. There will be minority, and the project might fail on the long range. But they are trying, to have new ideas to reveal the project again back, because it is very strategic.